Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We are two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
It is episode 3.19. I don't know why I've moved to this format of stating our episode numbers, but here we are.
We're a floating point number now? Okay.
We are a floating point number now. It's a Sunday. It's an afternoon. And I don't know. I don't know. Given where our topics of conversation have already gone, I can't tell you where we're going to go. So I'm going to drink a little bit of my tea while Diana lets you know what we're going to cover this week.
Among other things, we've got What's in Our Cup, Woolly Workings, and Wool Gathering, including some acquisitions. I went shopping.
It's
I
true.
have yarn.
You did.
For a purpose.
My
it's exciting.
Jocelyn-sized Northern Knits mug, which is swag you guys can buy. I have a little bit of a French, it's called French latte. It's a tea from Tea Kettle. Literally tea and then kettle. It's a store. Ooh, I don't even know if they're still there. It was in St. Vital shopping center years ago.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're definitely still, no, they're in the mall that's here.
They're in the mall that's there? Okay. So at least they're somewhere. They're somewhere.
They're around.
My God. When you come in June, we have to go to Purdy's. Because we didn't go to the mall. We didn't go to the mall.
No, we can go to the mall this time. When I'm in town in a couple of weeks, we'll go to the mall.
Because we need to go to Omomo, Japan.
We'll have a mall day.
We need to have we didn't do Second Cup. And we didn't do Purdy's chocolate.
Okay, we'll have a mall day when I'm there.
We need to have a mall day, like a proper mall rat day where we just shop because we can.
Okay, I like this plan.
Oh, bookstore visiting. Oh, so much to do. So much to do.
Gift card for that bookstore. Oh.
Okay, well, if you get a gift card, then we absolutely have to go. Absolutely. Apparently, my sister found a fancy cinnamon bun place where we can go consume 2,000 calories worth of one cinnamon bun. I feel like that also might have to happen.
That also definitely needs to happen. We'll have a nice diabetic nap.
There's the Panda Tea place I haven't been to because I want to take you because they have a whole bunch of like super weird Asian and Japanese inspired teas.
Oh, yeah. We'll do bubble tea.
We gotta go do bubbles teas. Okay, guys, we're making plans and we're not even in June yet. What am I doing? What's in my cup? I'm drinking caffeinated tea. That's what I'm doing. You can buy my mug if you would like to.
Shop.northernknitspodcast.com for all your swag needs.
All your swag needs, guys. I'm really proud of the mugs. I
think the mugs turned out great. I like the mugs.
Turned out wonderful. Also like the tote bag. And not gonna lie, I really do need to get more friendly ergonomic pillows. Between me and my cat, really flattened my first one. But they're the perfect couch size for when you want to take a nap on the couch, or you need them in the car. They're just, gosh, they're the right size. Or you've got that pain, like that mid-range of your back. You just need like a pillow, just like back there.
Yeah, just that little bit of lumbar support, or like support an elbow while you're knitting.
Yeah,
it's just friendly and ergonomic.
I know we did it on a lark, but it was one of the best. The mug and the pillow are my favorite things we've ever made. A mug and a pillow.
We're so cool.
So cool, peeps. So cool. All right. Well, what are you drinking?
I'm really boring. I'm drinking water.
Okay.
But I don't think I've ever mentioned the milkshake cup that probably appears periodically on screen.
Oh, I'd be shocked if you hadn't talked about it. Because you bought it after we started podcasting, so you've had to have mentioned it. Because we got it at an icon.
Yeah, I don't. The vendor, her business was called Dandazette Cosmetics, and she like decorates cosmetics cases and like cups and stuff. I don't know if she's still doing it, but that one time at Icon, I bought just like a silly milkshake cup, and it's been great. I've used it basically every day since I bought it like 4 years ago.
Just one of the best con purchases you have ever done is that milkshake cup.
And it appears on video calls and people are like, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "Water. I'm sorry, guys. I got you all excited for nothing."
Yeah. Sorry. I need to go to Icon this year because I didn't go to Icon last year and I missed the button lady. No.
Can't have that.
I need to enhance my hero button collection. Okay. Plans further down the road. Listen, I was left unattended this morning, and I've been semi-talked into making my own picnic basket and blanket.
Oh dear.
I don't go on picnics, so I don't know how I got myself talked into this.
Why are you making a picnic basket?
I don't know anybody who would go picnicking with me, so I don't know either. But it's a really
Well, I
cute
mean,
bag.
you profess your hatred of heat, and that's usually when people go for picnics is when it's warm. So this seems counterproductive.
You can go for picnics in the fall when it's cool.
You
Nobody
can.
does, but you
Yeah.
can. I know everyone's always like, you hate summer, so why do you want to go to the beach? I'm like, because that's where the water is. Don't like summer. I love water.
It's fair. It would be very cold water in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah, a little too cold. A
A
little too
little bit.
cold. A little smidge. Yeah, just a touch. The problem is now with the vision restriction, somebody has to babysit the blind person while they're in the water. Nobody likes being in the water as much as I do. So I generally don't get to stay in as long as I want anymore. To be fair, I wouldn't be able to find my party of people upon leaving the water.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, picnics in the fall. You totally do it. Cooler temperatures, you get all the pretty fall leaves,
Yeah.
and you get a better pick of spaces because not as many people are around.
Plus you can wear your knitwear
Plus, you could wear your knitwear. Like
for all
all
of the
around.
fun fall photography.
Good times. Good times.
I might be into this idea now.
Okay, cool. Glad I've sold you on this evil mastermind plan of mine. It also means you can take things like thermoses of hot tea and coffee out and enjoy hot beverages.
Okay, yeah, I do see that appeal. That does sound very nice. All right. I am convinced.
Okay,
Fall picnics. Give
got
that a
it.
try this year.
Sold. Okay. I suppose I'm going first. Oh, do you have cool threads?
I do not. It has been warm this week.
There. There.
My cool threads was I built an IKEA shelf so I can display all my hand knit sweaters.
My mom
I
loved
filled
that reel.
I filled a one of those 1x4 square IKEA shelves.
Yep.
It is full with handmade sweaters.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy. I have so many handmade sweaters.
My mom liked the activate sweater folding.
I laughed so hard at my own jokes making that reel. It's a problem, I think. I think I'm hilarious.
I know, I'm not sure at this point if I'm laughing because I think they're cute or if I'm laughing because I know you think you're hilarious.
I think I'm so funny. I don't know if I actually am.
I don't know why I'm
but I
laughing at this
legitimately like when I'm going back and watching
point.
our episodes to do the timestamps, like I think I'm hilarious. Legitimately. And I don't know if I actually am. I think I'm funny.
I am sure people will let you know in the comments below if you are. I'm sure they will be there to
I don't have a
support
cool
you.
thread, but I do have a yarn on the go. I took my knitting with me.
Ooh.
I had a book club this week.
Ooh, book club.
A book club. We read
What?
Agatha Christie's Ordeal by Innocence.
Okay, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
anything Agatha Christie is a classic.
by read, I mean I was still 50 pages away from the end and I read the summary on Wikipedia really quick before I went.
50 pages is pretty close. At that point in Agatha Christie, you should have figured out who the bad guy is.
Um, they red herring, I guess she red herringed this one pretty well and made it sound like it really could have been anybody. So
good for
like,
her.
and then some stuff happens at the end, and then some characters just like suddenly get together that you're like, wait, what? Why are you together now? What? This is weird.
Some trouble with the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't into it. I wasn't into the writing style. It was just like a lot of words when a few would have done kind of a style. Like, could have been an email kind of thing. That's kind of how I
Yes.
felt through most of the book is like, it could have been an email.
Yeah, I've read books like that.
Anyway, I book club was great, despite the fact that I didn't especially like the book, but the book club was fantastic. We had a great discussion. We picked a new book, and the whole time I was working on my dad's enterprise socks.
Oh, beautiful. What's the book for this month?
The book for this, well, I don't know if it's going to be a month. We're sort of sporadic.
That's
Uh,
fine.
but the book we have chosen is Happy Place by Emily something. It's a new one, new out.
Okay.
So I picked up a copy and I'm gonna share it around with everybody. It's
Yeah.
a romance. The premise is that there's a couple and they're like everybody thinks they're forever and they've been together for ages and they're like the couple, you know, and except they actually broke up 6 months ago and told nobody, and now they're going on this friend vacation to this cottage and they have to pretend like they still like each other for a week for some reason, and shenanigans ensue.
Oh, a classic rom-com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So looking forward to reading that. It should be silly.
Good. Everybody needs a little bit of silly in their life. Let's make things
Hopefully I'll be knitting on
enjoyable.
different socks for that book club.
Agreed. I'd like to have your dad's socks done in time for you to give it to him for Father's Day, which is really coming around the corner real quick.
Well, just you wait. Just you wait until I talk about the socks. You will
Hey,
see.
I'm excited. All right. Well, you had your to the go, and I'm not peopling anymore ever again with surfaces on the outside. That's true. Absolutely.
No, surfaces are hard.
Her surfaces are hard. We should talk about
Why
what
don't
we're
you talk
working
about
on.
your projects? Do some woolly workings.
Woolly workings, because I have one more project than you do.
Yes, you get to start, as always.
I got challenged to a duel, and I finally finished a pair of snow globe socks. So the marvelous moderator, the Asa herself, is working on her part. So now I'm madly trying to get another pair of socks finished before July. Guys, we work on terribly different timelines when it comes to socks.
Didn't also do like half a sock in an evening.
Well, the challenge is every time I complete a pair of socks, she has 3 weeks to complete 2 pairs of socks. And the fact that
Ah, okay.
it's not a daunting challenge is the thing that worries me.
She has patterned socks too, so
Uh-huh.
like,
I know.
oh, to be that good at socks.
I am definitely hitting way above my pay grade here. I'm hitting way above my weight class. I did a little bit of work on my sweet romance sock. So this is Erin of Fire Reed Fabric Co. Sock Yarn. I don't think her sock yarn Sweet Pea. Sock.
I think
Forget.
so.
Don't remember her base name. It's not a ton of progress because these are going to be shorties. I knew these were going to be shorties. I wanted these to be shorties. I remember when I talked about it when I first casted these on. They're going to be shorties. I've done like half an inch, guys. Let's not get excited here.
Such progress.
Half an inch on one sock in a week. Asa's finished a whole sock. It's fine. It's fine. I am aware that I will never be a pro speedy sock knitter. Not It's not for me. I have, however, located the second snow globe sock. So here's the one waiting with a clippy in it because I need to pick up that stitch in the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And I found the other one in the laundry hamper. I don't know
Ah,
how it got in the laundry hamper, but that's fine. I would have picked it up at some point and not realized it was there. So it's currently hanging and drying. So I'm going to pick up a stitch. I do have a pair of socks. Have I woven in the ends
nice.
on either of these? No. Will I?
No,
Probably not. I don't for most of my hand knit socks that are just for me. And you know what? I don't notice. I don't notice the string at the toe, the stern of the sock. I don't really notice the string at the cuff of the sock, and I don't care enough to weave them in, so I don't.
the strings bother me. I have to weave them in.
They don't bother me in the slightest, so I don't have to. So while we record today, I'm going to try to creep ever closer to an inch worth of progress on my sock because I'm like 2 inches from a heel. So I am over the halfway point for this sock. Really should try to get it done. so I can cast on the second one. Yikes. Keeps. This is a vanilla sock. It's not that hard.
I'm so tempted to talk about my socks, but if I don't, then I get another couple rounds. Okay, I'm going to talk about the thing that the thing that I sort of finished.
Okay.
Which was in the thumbnail, so it's not.
I need 5 minutes, and it was actually 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I finished my silly little QR code swatch. Good. It is not washed or blocked, so it's quite lumpy, and I've had to pin it to this board to make it sit remotely square. I tried to scan it with my phone, and it did not recognize whatsoever that it's a QR code. So I'm hoping that a wash and a block might make it work.
Well, you said it's quite lumpy and bumpy, and that'll definitely affect QR readings.
Yeah, so I think that's part of the problem. But I don't know, maybe it just doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe the V-shaped stitches are, I don't know, maybe they're not the right shape, or I don't know, it's entirely possible that I screwed something up and there's a mistake in there somewhere.
You gotta wash it and block it and give it a test and see what happens.
Yeah. But if anybody would like to try scanning it, pause the video, make it big, and see if you can scan it with your phone. Let me know if it works. If it works for anybody, I would love to hear it.
Slight distortion between
if I hold it like nice and close,
going through a Zoom call, then being edited, and then being uploaded and squashed because of the YouTube upload. Makes that smooth enough to be a QR code? We would like to know.
If by some miracle that actually works. No, I will I'll wash it and block it, and I'll put a picture up on Instagram that is actually nice and square and stable and clear, and give it the best possible chance of working.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my little semi-finish for the week. I wasn't counting that as a project, but if it works, then it was a successful swatch for a ridiculous QR code meme sweater that I had an idea for.
Okay, yes.
And if it doesn't work, then I haven't wasted time making a whole bunch of squares for a meme sweater that's not going to work.
Yeah, no.
Worst case, it's a cool looking coaster.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a cool looking coaster.
Yeah. And I mean, I know what the QR code is supposed to go to, and that brings me a little bit of joy. But I'm not going to tell anybody until I give it the best possible chance of working and let people discover for themselves, because that'll be funnier.
Fair. I suppose it means I'm up next again, doesn't it?
Yep. Oh, there's no pattern for that. I made my own pattern on Stitch Fiddle, and I used some leftover wool of the Andes from my 8-bit sweater project. So no pattern.
Are driving past.
I heard something exciting is happening today.
It's over 20 degrees Celsius. The windows are open.
Oh, same.
Thankfully, it's a weekend and the roads aren't too busy on weekends.
Especially on a Sunday.
So that's totally fine. I have made an incredibly small amount of progress on the never-ending coffee tabletop cover. As you may remember from previous weeks past, I'm crocheting a bunch of granny squares. And I'm going to take those granny squares and I'm going to connect them with a border color. And when it is finished, it will lie on top of my coffee table so that I have a cover that I can put on and take off, so my cat, who absolutely sleeps on the coffee table, can still do that, and I can very quickly have a clean cat hair-free coffee table. Mostly. Cleaner.
It's never totally cat hair-free, if we're honest.
No. There's
such is life with pets.
No way for this house to ever be house apartment. apartment to ever be cat hair free. It's also never going to be hair free because I have a lot of hair and it sheds like crazy. So it's just there's hair everywhere.
Same. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My hair makes the most incredible dust bunnies.
It is intense. It's intense. I literally did 5 grinding squares. Guys, like it's not a lot of progress. 5. I had that 1 week where I made stacks of them.
You know, 5 is progress. 5 is not 0.
Progress is progress. And that makes my 6th complete stack. I'm into my 7th, so we're almost done because I only needed 7 stacks of 11. So I just need to finish this last stack of 11, and then I can lay them all out and play the make a good color flow impressionistic art piece theme go, which will basically be me laying out all the tiles on the floor and moving them around until I like the combo that they're in. And then I will combine them with a border color. And then it's done.
Are you gonna go for like a fade or like a gradient or just like patchwork?
No, I'm gonna do some sort of color flow thing.
Okay.
It's gonna be very impressionistic art painting. Very impressionistic art painting. Mostly because that'll be the thing I can do the easiest and just go off of the vibe. And mellow everything so there's no harsh edges or spots. Or
designed by vibes.
Designed by vibes. So there's no pattern for it, guys. It's literally 5 rounds of granny square on worsted weight Karen cotton cake yarn, with a 5mm hook that'll then be put together with another cotton color of yarn and then draped over a coffee tube. The border color will be a solid of something. No idea what yet, because I need to lay out all my tile pieces and see what solid colors I have that look the best. Could be even a solid color acrylic. I don't know yet. We will find out. We will find out when we get there. It just depends on what color it is I decide vibes the best with the piece. There you go. See? Stick to word branding. That's the second project.
The word vibes just it generates like an image of like a very simple cartoon image of like, I don't know, a skein of yarn, but like with the very simple just like 2 dots and a line for a mouth, and it's like it's vibing. It's just like, you know, just like wiggling is vibing. I don't know.
Just makes me feel like one of those people that just hangs out in art houses enjoying the vibes, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. We're definitely those people.
Beatnik hipstery. Very beatnik hipstery. That'd be another way to look
at it.
I know coming from me, that's saying something. That's not the vibe I give off. Again, apparently I'm making a picnic basket.
That's also not the vibe you give off, so
nope.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. It's because I started looking at crochet tote bags and stuff for making more crochet bags because I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's how we got here. And I was left alone unattended on Ravelry at 7 a.m. in the morning, so you get what you get.
Well, that was very foolish. We shouldn't have done that.
You should not have done that.
Next time I'm there, I'll just install a little extension on your browser.
Diana says no. Then you get the
Hi there, you appear to be browsing Ravelry. Would you like some help with restraint?
I start getting little notifications. Jocelyn Douglas is on her Ravelry pages. Don't do it. You don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm a little bit tempted. I'm actually a little bit tempted because I could make an extension that goes to the Discord that just like prints little updates.
And you know we would use it. You know we would all use. Yes, I would more than happily inform the Discord thread every time I'm in Ravelry messing around, because the weirdest stuff happens. Did you see those Venus figures with the mushroom heads?
I actually kind of really want to make one.
And that wasn't even me.
I love the little Venus mushrooms. I want a Venus
I
mushroom. I might make a
want
Venus
one.
mushroom.
I want one so like I gotta buy the pattern. I want one so bad. I need one. I need one. Just all there is to it.
Agreed. We all need at least one little Venus mushroom. They have
Absolutely.
bums.
I know.
I want to know how to knit a bum, or are they crochet? I can't remember.
I think they're crochet. Yeah.
I want to crochet a bum.
Okay.
I need this skill in my repertoire. I need to know how to craft a bum.
Listed skill set: crochets, bums. What?
Just add that to my resume. I'm sure that'll get me lots of recruiters.
At the very least, it'll get you lots of questions.
You know, it's a conversation starter.
Yeah. So's those dolls when they're done, and I really want one. I heavily endorse this plan of ours to make these little Venus mushroom dolls. Guys, it's the Venus figure from archaeology, which is Google archaeology Venus figures. It'll pop up for you so you can understand the shapes that we're talking about here with a mushroom head.
It's like a Venus figure had a giant mushroom hat.
Pretty much. I need one.
They're great.
I possibly need more than one. Just stick it in my big silver bowl that I have all my other like anime stuffies in. Just stick it in there beside,
I feel like there need to be like 2 or 3 just dispersed in my background at random.
Yeah. Right next to Lelouch and Master from Seven Deadly Sins. And
Exactly.
my little Triceratops dinosaur. Just plugs in there perfect.
Exactly. Oh, yes.
Then watch me try to explain that to my dad. Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
So good. So good. Okay. I'm sorry, I got us distracted. You're up.
All right, so on the topic of socks and how they went places, I made progress.
Good. You need to make progress. You want to get those done.
So last week I did not have heels yet. So they both have a fish lips kiss heel and then like 4 more inches of progress.
Ugh, you're knitting socks faster than I am. Holy Hannah.
I haven't done much else this week. This has been my main thing this week, but like I knit the leg of my sock to be this roughly the same length as the non-contrasty part of the toe.
Yeah.
Or the foot, excluding the toe. Yeah. So I'm halfway.
Yeah,
so sock finish next week?
I'm hoping. That'd be amazing.
Because I want them done in time for when I'm there so I can give them to my dad.
Oh, that would be amazing.
He requested these for Christmas. And it would be really nice if I could give them to him, at least for Father's Day. You know?
Absolutely. I heavily endorse this plan. I also heavily endorse your next plan in acquisitions.
Oh, we'll get there. So these are vanilla socks with the fish lips kiss heel. The yarn it's been a long road. Part of the Star Trek sock sets from Fireweed Fiber Co. It's like all this, it's sort of a medium blue, but it's got speckles of like lighter and darker blues and like greens, and then it's got the contrast, nice piney green for the toes and the heels, and eventually the cuffs.
Very respectable collection of blue-green hues.
They're just really nice. I love how this yarn speckles. Like it almost micro stripes, but it doesn't.
Oh,
it stops so just short of being micro stripes.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh, it would also look really fantastic with just like a touch of texture. Just like a slightly textured stitch would also look so good. I was in a vanilla sock place. And my dad requested plain untextured socks. So
that's totally legit. I don't see
love how these are turning out. So when I finish these, and then I can finish my other scrappy, stripy, striping sock.
These scrappy, striping socks?
Yeah, those ones.
The ones where I added.
I was about to say, and then I'll have no more socks on the needles, but that's a lie. I have the Zelda Colorwork socks.
It's like, cool, liar, pants on fire.
It's because it's not sitting here in the bowl, and they're not vanilla socks, so they don't sit on my desk.
Okay. The question is,
So
will you
I will have
start
no more
making
vanilla socks.
some vanilla fingerless mittens or mittens? Just make yourself some ye old.
Maybe.
These are mittens we layer under other mittens.
Maybe. Strong maybe.
Just to give yourself something else that is still vanilla, but fulfills a different niche in the I like to cover my body parts in yarn desires.
And I am lacking in mittens. Hand coverings in general.
Hand coverings in general. That's fair.
I could do mittens or fingerless gloves. I could do that.
I think you would really like that. And it's something that you don't have a ton of.
Well, I will take this under advisement.
Okay. My pleasure to help. Also, because I'm looking at my stuff going, I really need more fingerless mittens and mittens. So, God, I gotta get more. But shawls, not so much.
Yeah, I got a lot of shawls. I need to figure out a way to
shawls.
display those. I've got the sweaters now, but I need to display the shawls.
I look forward to that reel.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that because they're all such like weird different shapes and they don't necessarily fold nicely.
No.
But I don't want to just like hang them either because that might like stretch them out. I don't know. I'll figure that one out. I got to give that one some more thought.
More thought? Okay.
I think that might bring us to acquisitions.
Nope, I got one more thing.
You got one more thing.
I got one more thing. Remember I said I had 3 things.
Three things.
2 things.
What I've forgotten. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
It's like, what do you mean? How could you forget? You're the one who said you couldn't vote for this project because you wanted to see progress on it. You do something for someone.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I got too excited about the acquisitions.
So you may notice this little stitch marker hanging out here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That marks where I was. I finished a chunk more of my back panel on my spring mesh pull over sweater. It is a free crochet pattern from Hey Crochet with Carrie. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm making it out of some beautifully rich red noble cotton from Cascade. It is definitely mesh because I keep tugging on it to see how meshy it gets, and it gets meshy, which, you know, description wise that sounds horrific.
It's meshy.
It's meshy. However, it is accurate. So I said what I said. It's fine. Like you can almost see me through the mesh.
It's so pretty.
So meshy.
I'm gonna have to make one of those.
Now that it is got a big enough panel piece that I can drape it, so I can see how far down the drop shoulder part will fall, I have a better idea of how much yarn I need to hang on to do the cuff and sleeve, because I still need to make a front panel. And I only have 400 grams of DK weight cotton to work in, no worsted cotton to work in. So this is one ball. I now have a very accurate measurement for one ball of Cascade Noble Cotton crocheted on a 5mm hook. When I stretch the mesh, because this is cotton, so this guy is going to stretch.
Yep,
like,
yeah, that'll get long.
Crazy. So
But the drape.
The drape's going to be amazing. I will be aggressively blocking this. Or I will seam up the shoulder seams really snug so they're very secure, and I will hang it to dry, and the weight of wet cotton will aggressively block it. One of the two
That'll work too.
One of the two will happen. I almost have a full keyboard length stretched.
Nice.
And because my keyboard sits in the same place at all times in front of my computer, I know that I have to go from the edge of my desk by my mouse across to the end of my keyboard, which I'm indicating with my head like you guys can see what I'm looking at. Because of course I am. That just makes sense, doesn't it? So I have
Absolutely.
I have a little over hand width left to get to the 30 inches I prefer, close to the 30 inches I like. And I just am getting ready to start my second ball.
Wow.
So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep an eye on my second ball because I don't want to spend more than 150 grams per front and back panel. Ideally, that leaves me 100 grams for sleeves, right? That's 50 grams per sleeve. That gets me a good elbow length sleeve action going on. Because again, crochet eats up yarn faster than knitting does. So if I can get my back panel on 150 grams or just a smidge over 150 grams, then I'm going to do my front panel because there's a bit of shaping in the front panel. Then I'm good. So just about done the back panel. Could I make progress faster? Absolutely. Will I be? Probably not. No. I get in a groove and I start working on this and I'll work on it for like 2 or 3 hours and I put it down for like a week. Guys, that's how I craft, guys. That's how I craft.
It gets done eventually.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, it's not like I'll be wearing it till the fall anyway, so it's fine. Possibly in the summer when we have cool rainy days. Stress the baby on that one. Stress the baby on that one.
We're good.
I'm gonna yawn. Because I don't drink a lot of caffeine very often. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I feel like I need to make this summer? Coasters.
Coasters?
The mysterious Mr. B is obsessed with them. And he leaves them everywhere. I'm getting tired of hard-rimmed coasters. I want to make some soft coasters so it hurts less when I whack them.
Makes sense.
And if I make aggressively loud, colorful coasters, I might be able to see them because right now I have very muted, classy coasters, which doesn't work because there isn't enough contrast. So I need some aggressively loud coasters.
Like neon highlighter colored?
Maybe.
Which is like the opposite of classy.
Maybe.
But if you do it with like color work or something, it can maybe be classy.
Well, I'm thinking
that could be a thing.
Somebody needs to do some color work chart testing and stuff over the summer, so I could just make myself some coasters out of the color work charts as the sample piece. Because you notice like lattes and llamas, they're the ones that you do. They have you do the coast, like the cup holder, the hot bevy holder.
Yes,
as your test knit, like as your gauge swatch, and I really like that idea. But if I just did that, but instead of ribbing at the bottom, I just had it come up on both sides and just sealed it again. I've just made myself a thick coaster. Really, what's just nothing wrong with a thick coaster.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Because somebody has 2 secret crafting projects going on this month again.
All right.
Let's talk about acquisitions and the fun stuff.
Yes. So I
should drink some water.
Acquisitions.
I have aqua.
First, I will talk about the inconsequential acquisition. I bought some linen sock yarn because that sounded cool.
It does sound cool. I have some bamboo sock yarn to make socks for Mom.
Kremke Soul Wool Lazy Linen Base. It is 80% wool and 20% linen. And I got a nice sagey color.
Oh, that's 100 grams color.
Of it. Come on. There we go. It's a nice sagey color. So I should get 2 socks out of it. I might do a light texture of some sort because it's a very
lace. A nice summery lace sock.
Could be a lacy sock, yeah.
Yeah, like a nice summery lace sock. That'd be so pretty.
And then it's got like all those little, I don't know how I feel about these little, like, I guess they're linen fibers sticking out.
Well, I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, and it feels like sock yarn, but like a little different.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm going to make socks out of that at some point.
That is such a pretty color.
Yeah. And now the fun stuff. I bought a sweater quantity of DK weight yarn.
It's true, you did.
Because I'm going to test it.
The second one isn't coming for a bit.
Well, yeah, I'll talk about those. I'll talk about the internet
Those
acquisitions when they
when they get
actually
it.
show up.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because like it's no fun if I can't show them.
It's true.
But I
I
in
like how you
person
would
bought
like
some yarn.
in Discord. I'm off to the yard store. I'm like, post pics if you need help. Sure enough, like 20 minutes later, pictures start floating into the general chat.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, hey, look, pics. Did
Yeah,
anybody
me
look
in the
at you
yarn
funny
store
in the
just
store?
actually. They weren't looking at me too funny. But I had like I turned on. I wanted because it's color work, so I wanted to make sure that I got the contrast right. So I turned on the black and white filter on my phone, and I'm just like scanning up and
Yep,
down all the
yep.
color choices. I'm like, okay, I like this color, but it doesn't work with these ones. It has to be this one.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like that color. Okay, well,
Yep.
it's not going to be that one then.
Hey, listen, we helped.
Anyway. Yep.
It was
So,
mostly me and Karen that helped with that one.
yes. So I got a nice deep purple for
Some
the
grape.
body of the sweater. Yeah,
Yeah.
grape. Does it have a colorway name?
Who knows?
No, it's color Q65590.
Whew, that's a sexy color name.
I know. Oh. So it's Estelle double knit.
Ooh, that's Estelle is some good yarn.
Yeah, it was the most economical choice too. It's like $9 a skein.
I have some Estelle. I've worked in Estelle. I've got some Estelle cotton to work through too. It's a really nice yarn company, and they do wallet friendly.
Yeah.
Wallet friendly yarn.
So then let's do that. So then my contrast is this sort of sandy color. It's a little bit blown out on camera, but it's a little bit warmer, slightly more yellow tinged in person.
So your color work will be in the sand color, and your body's going to be in the purple.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
So
I like it. I like it.
The test knit that I'm doing, I'm going to test knit the Stego sweater for Mary Hunt. I'm test knitting the Stego sweater. I'm so excited. It's got colorwork stegosauruses around the yoke. It's like a Nordic ski sweater kind of deal, but it's got stegosauruses.
It's a dinosaur sweater, guys. She's doing a dinosaur sweater.
And I know you're looking at me like, but the fossil frenzy, and I'm like, yeah, fossil frenzy. Don't at me, okay? I know I need to finish the fossil frenzy. Just don't at me. It's fine. I'm test knitting. I have until the end of July. It's fine.
In her post where she informed us that she'd gotten it on the test knit, we were informed not to at her. She understood the fossil frenzy was still a thing.
I understand everybody's making jokes right now about the unfinished fossil frenzy by the same designer that is also dinosaur color work that I have not finished.
I may have started laughing really hard. And God, you're gonna do what now?
Just I know, okay? I know the irony. I understand.
Okay. But in the spirit of good friendship, I said, well, let's race.
Yes. So you're doing the Nightshade Society. Did I remember that right?
You did.
Nightshade Society, which I also want to make at some point because it's got the fun lacy cabley things down the arms.
Yeah. The Nightshade Society sweater is from Dragon Horde Designs. Tristan, I have made several of her sweaters. I love all of the sweaters I've made from her. And in this case, I have a swatch, and I couldn't justify casting on. But a race with Diana means I can cast on. And I think it's quite fair because you're in DK and I'm in fingering.
Yes, it's very fair.
Very fair race.
Yeah. I also, the test notes said that I'm only required to have the body and one sleeve done by the deadline. I don't have to do 2 sleeves, which helps. Yeah. I think I will also have an easier time with it because my problem with the Fossil Frenzy is that it's very irregular color work. It's an enormously wide chart and it only repeats twice around.
Okay.
So it's extremely irregular. So you have to really pay attention.
Okay.
Whereas the Stego sweater is much more regular, and the only thing remotely irregular is the I'm going to hazard a guess it's about 20 rows of Stegosauruses, but even those are fairly regular.
That's going to be a lot easier for there to be a flow.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have a much, much easier time of the Stego sweater.
Good.
I'm just
Also,
unreasonably excited about this.
I'm
I don't get the
also
pattern until
yeah,
tomorrow at the
that's fine.
earliest.
That's fine.
So I still need to swatch and
You
stuff.
still need to swatch and stuff. I said the race starts once you got the pattern and you've swatched and you're good to go. Because I'm swatched, I have the needles, I'm good to go. But we will start when you're ready, and all that is a message on Discord going, "Okay, go,
Ready, set, go.
ready, set, go. If we're
I
ready
got
to
the
go,
pattern. Go.
ready, set, go, ready, set. Oh shit, we're racing."
Let's go. And I
Watch, I'll
have
be on the phone with my
time.
mom and go, "Why did you write ready, set, go?" And my mom would be like, "Because you're racing." Right, find the sweater I'm working on.
Ah, I'm so excited for this.
Now, did I partially suggest a race because I want to cast on the Nightshade Society sweater and I have no business doing so? Yes. Should I partially recommend racing because I don't want this sweater to languish like the fossil frenzy? Also, yes. Uh,
But also, there's a deadline, and I need to provide notes.
are we in a unique opportunity and where in which you and I actually have the same amount of free knitting time in our existences?
This is true.
Also,
Yes, if everybody's
yes.
wondering, sorry, with
This
what time are you going to
this
test knit
this
exactly?
race could not be more fair if we'd actually planned it.
No, it came up at such a good time. So
Timing
if
is
anybody's wondering
everything.
where are my free times coming from, it's because I got laid off a couple weeks back.
Yep.
So I'm unemployed right now. So I got a lot of free time to fill, which is the only reason I signed up for the test knit in the first place.
Yeah,
And
because
nobody panic, everything's fine. I am emotionally fine, financially fine, everything's cool. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
I'm test knitting. This is exciting.
they're just thinking like doing interviews and looking for a job. You'll spend an equivalent number of hours that I do doing appointments and running errands because of the disability stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you will literally have exactly as much time as I do to do things.
I know. This absolutely cannot be more fair.
Because
So
if we're
it's perfect.
honest, the people we game with the most is each other. So if we're gaming too much, it's not like you got to be worried that I'll be knitting because odds are good I'm also gaming with you.
True. Hmm. So gaming.
Because we are each other's primary gaming partners. We game with other people. Sometimes we even video game by ourselves. But the bulk of it we do with each other.
This is true.
So yeah, which I'm excited for because I feel like we need to get farther in original sin than we tend to. Well, we've talked about your acquisitions. We have additional acquisitions coming whenever they arrive. Shipping's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
shipping. It'll show up when it shows up. Apparently,
Yeah,
I
I
have
suspect like 2+ weeks.
I have a gift coming to me in the mail.
No.
I gotta keep an eyeball out, and it's only coming from 2 provinces away. So 2 provinces away. How far away is Alberta from here?
2 provinces. There's Saskatchewan in there, don't forget.
Yeah, but do you count? Like, is it 2 provinces away, or is it like a province away? Because you have to go through a province to get to it. Like, do
I'd
you
say it's 2 because
count
you go like
two?
1, 2, because you
See,
get there on
count.
2.
I want to count two. Then my brain goes, but am I correct?
I would say 2.
Okay, okay. My phone tells me that your word for the day is bauble.
Bobble?
As in bauble, as in like shiny bauble on necklace.
Ah, not the verb bobble.
Not the verb bauble. Bauble.
Bobble like the shiny thing.
Bauble like the shiny thing. Well, my phone also
Okay.
said hello, so I suspect my sister sent me a text.
Huh.
Probably
Hello,
like,
phone.
"Have you called Mom? It's Mother's Day." To which my reply will be like, "No, don't be silly. I know better. I call my mother before middle of the afternoon. I'm a walking dead woman." Born yesterday. I survived 4 decades. I know
Yeah.
how to interact with people.
Okay. Bobble.
Bubble.
Patreon unscripted Patreon ad.
Unscripted Patreon ad.
If for some reason you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/northernknitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, enticing each other into buying shiny baubles on the internet. What else? We have monthly e-knittings The next one of those is coming up on the 20th, which I believe is this Saturday coming up.
It's this Saturday.
Yep. Okay, good. I know dates. We're hanging out. We'll hang out on Zoom all afternoon.
Motorbike.
Just have like a motorbike. Vroom. What else? Yeah, I think that's the Patreon stuff. I don't know.
So the evening on, which is literally coming up this coming Saturday, is going to be for Patreon members who are $5 a month and up. You get to join us in a live Zoom chat, and it is literally knit club. We chill. People come and they go, and since I host, you get me for about 4 hours, and then I go, I love everybody. I need to go do something else. We start at noon Manitoba time, and you have literally till Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Manitoba time, to sign up and become a member on Patreon at the $5 and up mark, because that's when I send the link. So you have till then.
Yep.
That's your deadline if you want to join us for that. Then this following Saturday, we are going to have whip sprints, which has become a thing that we do to help Diana get more things finished. So we hop on here on ye old YouTubes, again at noon Manitoba time, which tends to just be our standard start time when we're doing stuff when we can swing it. Consistency is key, right? That's what they keep telling me.
Something like that.
Something like that. So we will do usually like 4 or 5 25-minute whip sprints. So we work on something for 25 minutes and chat with each other, take a break, do a stretch, get up, feed a cat, fill up a teacup, go to the bathroom, the things you have to do when you sit down for, 2 hours. And then we switch projects. And we just literally actually get an accurate representation of how much we could do on a set project in 25 minutes. Usually
Nice.
us.
Sometimes in good ways and frequently in bad ways, like, oh, I thought this went faster.
Yeah. There's that. So that's what we got coming up. Who's sweet? Sweet. Literally tomorrow, from your guys' perspective, I will be live on the internet with Louise on her channel, Wildflower Wolf, for mid-month motivation. That's where we check in. It's the 2-week marker before the monthly check-in. So you will not hear about the update about the secret projects for the month. This month for Louise, I am working on my Find Your Fade shawl. My Star Trek Club colorway themed Find Your Fade shawl. It'll be my second Find Your Fade. And I wasn't crazy. I was in color A. There are 7 colors, so I said progress, not a finish. I don't want to knit through. Color B is like 160 yards, and then the rest of the colors are like 230 yards per color and up.
That's a lot.
So I will not have finished that much knitting.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
But I did say progress, because I progress. So I will either have progress or I won't have progress. Last month I spectacularly failed because I couldn't even get a cast on done, which would have counted. So here's hoping I do better this month. Oh, good. On the bright side, we have a Cal running.
We do.
Yes.
I finished mine.
Yeah, so did I. We're both finished early.
Weird. I finished a thing on time.
Everybody has until the 20th of June, which is the summer solstice, to finish their spring equinox knit with us, which is just us inviting you guys to join us in some seasonal crafting goodness. So if you are done early and you have some ill-finished photos, feel free to drop them in. Did we give that a hashtag? I think we gave that a hashtag. I hope we gave it a hashtag. If there's a hashtag, it's in the show notes, peoples. This is
it
just...
is. I've linked there's a post. I put it in the post that is linked in the show notes.
Excellent. This is why you do these things and I don't. It's
I also
just
don't remember what the hashtag was.
It's a thing that we do for fun. It's seasonal crafting. It's just to enjoy and celebrate the seasons as they come. So next up is I need to start planning what I want to work on for my summer solstice knit with us.
I think I already know.
I do have that Estelle cotton yarn I could work in.
I've been holding off doing a fingering weight crop top.
Ooh. That could be fun because I wanted to make, as ridiculous as it sounds, I love that bralette that I crocheted last year
Mm-hmm.
just to have as like summer PJs.
Yeah.
And I really want to make a crochet crop top and capris, like, or like longer shorts. Same idea, just
Ooh.
as pajamas to float around when it's like, plus it's so hot. Why in the world do we live here? Temperatures.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's maybe that should be my summer.
That sounds
Ooh,
great. That sounds very summery.
I feel like that would be
I
a
vote
good
for
thing to
that.
do. Thanks for voting for 2 projects for one long. I appreciate that, dear.
Yeah.
She's so helpful, guys.
I'm the most helpfulest. What are you talking
Most
about?
helpfulest.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay. So that's going on. Summer Cal, yeah, the summer's coming up. Stash Dash with the Knit Girls starts on the 26th of this month, so that's rapidly approaching. And for us, that's really those are the big things that are going on right now. Ta-da.
Yeah. I think
Which is
that's
good.
it.
Sure,
Our
that
live
means
episode will be on May the 7th, which will be
yes.
in person. We will be in person
Mason,
for our live episode.
we're in May. Go forward a month. It'll be the go forward a month. It'll be
June.
the
June.
4th.
It'll be in June the
4th
4th.
of
Wow.
4th of June.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's very not correct. June the 4th. June the 4th. We're in May. Wow. Time. What is it?
We'll be
June the 4th will be our next live episode. We'll be in person.
we will be together. Yes.
Yep.
Oh my word. That means you have to be here and ready to go live before noon.
Yes, I am capable of this.
Oh boy.
Never mind that I'm going to a wedding the night before. I'm
Uh-huh.
sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be. I think that may be one of those days where you pick up the coffee and bagels before you get here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is that is very
Yeah,
quickly
I'll get your
becoming the
bagel
thing
order
that we
like
do. We get the bagel and
yeah.
coffee and then we come and we do. I feel like might be better to do that and then come here.
I'll get your bagel order the day before.
Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be unshockingly probably the same bagel order that we had last time because I think we both going to want bagel chips and bagels.
God, bagel chips.
So
I'd forgotten about the bagel chips, but now that is my greatest desire in life is to have more
the
bagel
bagel
chips.
chips. Listen, I'm craving new burger. I'm with you. With you. All right. In which case, we're done. So I'm going to say I have no idea what's going on. But until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget
Don't forget to knit.
Don't fall over and skin your knees. It hurts.